Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. May peace be upon those who follow the guidance. Welcome to our skill Educational Network. My objective is not to be sarcastic towards any person, any group, or any entity. But my objective is to be in compliance to the rules of fairness and equity. Today's topic is on food and drink. Obviously, we humans, we have to eat, we have to drink. Some people don't have that much. Some people don't have the money to buy food. And we should be grateful for what we have. The Creator of the heavens and the earth, in chapter 2, verse 168 in the Quran, we Muslims, we say that the Quran is the last revelation to mankind. And in that verse, in chapter 2, verse 168 of the Quran, Allah says, O mankind, eat that which is halal and tayyib. Now in Arabic, the word halal means that which is permissible, that which is lawful to consume. For example, that which is not lawful to consume, that word would be haram. Haram is that which is not permissible. If you have a relationship with your Creator, you don't want to be intoxicated. You always want to be mindful of your Lord, you're mindful of your Creator, so you don't want to be intoxicated. So quite naturally, alcohol is going to be haram. It's not going to be permissible for you to consume. Alcohol leads to other drugs. It's a precursor. And they say in America that 1/3 of the homicides are drug related, they're intoxicated related. They have that connection. So in America there was a group called Mothers Against Drunk Driving. I think they may have got established in the 1970s. It's called MAD, Mothers Against Drunk Driving. Their children was being killed by drunk drivers. Back in the early 1900s, you had a group of women they called the temperance movement. And they protested and went to Washington, D.C. They kept trying to lobby for the prohibition of alcohol. They had problems with their husbands coming in drunk all the time. Their sons was drunk. So they were successful, and there was a period in America where alcohol was prohibited. This was back in the 1920s. So there's a long history of alcohol creating problems in some form or another. So alcohol is something that you should not consume. It's haram. So the Creator of the heavens and the earth, He wants us to eat that which is halal, which is permissible. There are stores. If you live in a major city or live nearby a major city or a small town, Muslims, they live in America, they live all over the world. Often they have stores, and when you see on the side of the building, or if you see in the front of the building, you will see the word halal, which means their products are halal. Their products don't have alcohol in them, they don't have pork in it, they don't have a lot of preservatives in it, a lot of hormones. The product is halal, it's lawful, it's permissible. These are the stores you should patronize. If you have a local store that you go to, a store that you're familiar with, a store that's nearby where you live, then you can mix it up. Sometimes you will go to that store that you're familiar with, that you've been going to, your mother had went to, your grandmother went to, but other times go ahead and be a patron at the Muslim stores, because their products will be better than the products that you normally go and buy at your favorite grocery store. So the products is a halal. It's what the Creator wants us to consume in our bodies. Now, if you're not able to go to a Muslim store, then there's an option. In Islam, our dietary laws are similar to that of the Jewish dietary laws. So the Jewish, they have what is known as kosher. What we have is known as halal. So if you're not able to go to a halal store, and this is even for the Muslims. If you're not able to go to a halal store, then you go to a store and you look for a product that has the U inside of the circle. This is the kosher symbol. This symbol, it was established in the 1880s, and I believe the first product that met its certification was Heinz ketchup. This goes all the way back to 1880, so it has to meet certain standards to get this symbol on it. This is a U inside of a circle. So you Muslims and you non-Muslims, you can also look for this as an alternative to the halal stores. They both are permissible. They both taking you in the direction of eating that which is tayyib, that which is good, that which is wholesome, that which is fresh. Let me give you an example of a product that has this symbol on it. I'll give you 3 examples. This is a can of sardines, and I'm not going to give you the name of the place where I purchased this, but this is a can of sardines, and on this can, down here at the bottom here, it has the U inside of the circle, which means that it's kosher. So I bought this product. Give you another example. This product is crushed red peppers. I bought this product at a Muslim-owned store, and this product also has the U inside of the circle, which means it's halal for the Muslims and it's kosher for the Jewish people. Even Jesus, Isa alayhi salam, Isa, Ibn Maryam, Isa, the son of Mary, Rasulullah, the messenger of Allah, he will buy this product because it has the U inside of the circle and it designated as being kosher. Give you another example. Product that many people in America are familiar with. It's been around for many decades. This is Quaker Oats. It's promoted as being good for the heart, has other benefits to it. This product also has the symbol, it has this symbol on it, the U inside of the circle. So when you out, if you have children, grandchildren, when you go into the store, you have like a little exercise and you tell your child or your grandchild to go get a product with this symbol on it. Or one day you take your child, if you're not a Muslim, you take your child to a Muslim-owned store and you look for the products. The products that's going to be allowed, they're going to be lawful, they're going to be permissible. For instance, in Islam, most of you all know that Muslims, the swine, the pig, is not lawful for a Muslim to eat unless that's the only thing he or she has to eat, because Allah is most merciful. If that's the only thing that person can eat, then Allah allows that person to eat it in order to stay alive. Other than that, it's not permissible, because you know that the skin of a pig is closer to that of a human flesh. So figuratively speaking, when you eat a pig, it's like you're eating human flesh. That's the reason why people start studying to become surgeons, doctors. They experiment on a dead pig. When they cut it, they cut over the pig, because the pig simulates that of the human flesh. So the pig, the swine, the pork, it's haram. You shouldn't eat it unless that's the only thing that you can eat. So let me give you an example of, now you have, in America, you had farming, you always have had farms. All over the world you had people doing the farming. This is a farm. These people that has this farm, they live in Virginia. I'm not in Virginia, but these people, and I don't know who these people are, but they have a farm in Virginia, and that farm is, they raise the animals, they do everything, and it's based on the verse in the Quran, chapter 2, verse 168. Everything on that farm, the products, they halal and they tayyib. The animals are raised properly, they fed properly, they don't have the hormones, they don't have all this stuff in them, they slaughter properly. And in Arabic, when you slaughter an animal properly, it's called sabiya. So this farm is owned and managed by African American family. When you type in YouTube, farming from the margins, you look, when it comes up, you look for this 1748, because the video is 17 minutes and 48 seconds. This is what I want you to look for, whether you're Muslim or non-Muslim. You look for this and look at the video, and it's very enlightening. Now, one of the reasons why this video is enlightening, you will see an African American woman wearing what the Muslims sometimes call a hijab. And remember, if you are Christian and if you're Jewish, Jesus' mother wore a hijab. Whenever you see a statue of allegedly supposed to be the mother of Jesus, and whenever you see some type of picture that's supposed to be allegedly the mother of Jesus, her head is always covered. So if you're now Muslim looking at this video, don't become bigoted and say, well, I'm not going to look at that video because it's a Muslim woman that owns that farm. This woman, she's an African American woman, she's highly educated. She received a degree in computer programming, and when I went to college, I know that computer programming is a tough subject. She made a lot of money in corporate America, but she decided to do the farming, and this video is very enlightening, and you should look at it. It's for your own benefit. And the Muslims should look at it also as a good reminder to bring you back. If you have strayed away from the halal, it will bring you back, inshallah, to the halal. If you strayed away from the halal, it should bring you back to the halal. So as a farmer in America, you know, many of the African Americans, they were slaves. This book here is the World Book Encyclopedia of 1964, and this is under farming, and they have pictures of various farm scenes. You know, people are farmers, and in one picture here, they have an African American family out picking cotton. I don't know whether you can see this or not, but they're picking cotton, but they got a smile on their face. They smiling, and you know, if you're out there picking cotton from sun up to sunset, you're not going to be smiling. You're not going to be a happy person doing that type of work, not getting paid for it out there in the hot sun, working from sun up to sunset. But this is an example of American racism, and these people did not have the African American Christians in their best interest, so they mocking you by having a black family smiling, picking cotton. I don't know whether you can see this or not. So what I'm trying to encourage you to do is to look at this African American woman who has her own farm. There's not that many African American women that have their farm, but she's farming in accordance to the Islamic dietary code. And many non-Muslims, they realize that she has the best products, and many non-Muslims is buying her products. You got the Muslims going there buying meat and chicken and goats and beef, and you got the non-Muslims doing it. So this is educational video for the non-Muslims. That's the reason why it's called Oscar Educational Network, because you will learn things that you normally won't learn from the corporate media, from the main media, and you won't learn when you send your kid to these public schools and these private schools. You're not going to learn about stuff like this because they don't want you to know that. So with that being said, let me recap. In Islam, you eat that which is Allah said in the Quran, Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim, Ya ayyuhan nas kulu mimma fi ardi halal tayyib, O mankind, eat that which is halal and tayyib. Tayyib meaning that which is good, wholesome, fresh, and healthy. In America, people are returning to that. They going to these different stores, they're trying to buy products that don't have all these preservatives in it, all these hormones in it, all the different type of stuff they put in these products to preserve it, to fatten it up. They naturally going to that. Islam already has a system that's already been in place, and this is the best system. This is the best way, and I'm inviting you, non-Muslims, to come to this system because this is the best way. This book is the final revelation, and Islam is the best way. And I'm inviting you, non-Muslims, to come to this, and the Muslims, if you kind of going astray, you should come back. You should come back to this and go out and propagate it, because people, they don't know really the truth about what's in this book and this way of life. So until then, I'd like for you all to hit the subscribe button. I need your support. You share the video with other people so they can get a little bit more knowledge. Continue to support. Hit the subscribe button. You will see the word Allah. Don't be, if you're not Muslim, don't say, well, I'm not going to click that on because there's Allah on there. You got to remember, in the language that Jesus spoke, the word for God is Allah. So your pastor or whoever, your priest or whatever, they did not teach this. In fact, the Christians over there today, they still say Allah. They have never stopped saying Allah. So I'm trying to be straight with you, trying to be honest with you. So go ahead and support the station. Go ahead and support the network. Go ahead and support this. Support me. Hit the subscribe button. If there is a like, you go ahead and like. If you thumbs up, hit the thumbs up. And go ahead and give me support. I appreciate it. Go ahead and share it with a friend or a relative or a colleague. And continue to give me support, whether you're Muslim or not Muslim. And until then, next time, Assalamu alaikum.